The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, 871 Tuesday. We will talk about professionalized wrestling. Woo, the tongue is hurting tonight. Sorry about that. I bit it earlier. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where you talk with all y'all tonight. Y'all, what the hell? Where? What is? Oh, man. I was on the phone too long with my friend from Carolina. Anyways, back with me from parts unknown New York, something Junction, Mad Junction, New York.
He's getting closer, you guys.
Hampton Junction?
Hopewell.
Hopewell. There's a Hopewell near me. I should remember that by now. I'm making.
really
hold on.
should.
I'm making a note here. Hold on a second.
Oh, boy.
There we
Here we
go.
go.
Making a note. Hopewell. So if you write it down, you'll remember it better, right? There you go. Hopewell Junction, New York, at the Mad compound. Mad Mike.
Hi, Sorg. I threw out my back this weekend, so I'm in.
What the
I'm in.
Welcome
bad
to the
pain.
old Fogey Mayhem Show.
I'm in a lot of pain. I have ointment on my back. I'm sitting on a pillow pad.
Oh, where are you?
It's not been a
Oh,
good
this
week
just got
so far.
sad. This just got really
No,
sad
it's
all of a
okay.
sudden. Oh,
Sorg,
no.
it's okay because Tony D, the Don of NXT, is a champion.
There you
It's
go.
okay. Excessive Italian
my
gesturing. Tony D, the Don of NXT.
Also with us, not yet feeling. I don't know. You're a few years into the wrestling game, so maybe you are feeling the pain. So, Tad Jarvis back with us once again.
Thank you.
Anyway, hold on a second, Tad. I messed up. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
what'd
what do
he
you
do?
do?
Now you're live on.
Ah, there we go. We're live.
All
That's
right.
what it was.
All right. There you go. That's what was missing. That's definitely what was missing.
It
Tad
definitely
Jarvis, thank you for joining us again. You got a lot of big Big shows coming up this month. Of course, 2PW's Fight Night coming up Friday, a big lumberjack match we'll talk about here in a little bit. You're coming back to RWA. A lot of great stuff happening for you right now.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's, you know, the indie scene is just getting better and better. So
Absolutely. We'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about questionable championships in AEW. We're going to talk about tacos and wrestling probably a little bit later, and so much more. But Mike, let's get into it. First, actually, I think it's appropriate. We're talking about Great American Bash. And Tad, you had an interesting connection to the Great American Bash. I know you guys had a watch party down there with your Stronghold mates because Thea Hale, a classmate of yours,
of course, yeah,
was making her pay-per-view debut, right? A premium live event debut, I guess we could say.
It was fantastic. You know, it's awesome to see, you know, somebody you trained with and, you know, a good friend of yours and making it to, you know, a title shot for NXT, you know, championship. That's, you know, we had our fingers crossed that entire time. So
I saw the picture. I saw. Was it? Where was this in the K cave, in the Brandon K cave or something? Like I saw just a picture of everybody in loungers.
Yeah, we were
hanging out.
Yeah, we were hanging out with Brandon K in the Brandon K lounge and just enjoying the time, you know, and you know, being able to be surrounded by the people who you've trained with and also who Thea has trained with. And it was a good time to, you know, have some people support her. And, you know, it was good for us to, you know, be like, wow, that can be any of us sometimes.
I don't have the picture of all of you, but I found the one of Kay just with a stogie.
Stogie, and I'm right next to him. I'm like looking at the camera.
There you are, second handing over there. So I need to find this one of just like everybody lined up, though. I can't remember who posted it, but that's fantastic. And that's, well, I think you guys had, was it that one or like there was, I've seen videos before of other debuts. I don't know if it was Thea's first championship match or maybe her in-ring debut or something like that. Seen everybody watching those. Like I love that sense of community you guys got going on down there.
Yeah, we've done it with Lee Moriarty when he his, when he got signed, when he got offered the contract from Tony Khan. And then there was also...
There's the wide shot, by the way.
Yeah. I tell you, you know, it was awesome to be able to be with those guys. And, you know, also with all the, you know, I remember we were in the middle of training and they're like, hurry up, turn it to AEW, Lee's on TV. And we went, and then that's when he got signed, and it was awesome. And then Lady Frost, when Lady Frost was on AEW for the title shot, we were all surrounded there for her too.
That's awesome. There was actually a nice watch party. I got to hang out with Victor Benjamin and the family apparently over here in Brookline for that big title match too. So that was awesome. Yeah. It's cool seeing like Pittsburgh wrestling expanding like that. Like, again, I turn on like any program and there's like somebody familiar is on it, right?
Exactly. And you know, I tell everybody, I'm like, listen, like I'm glad that you love watching the big leagues like WWE, AEW, all that. But if you start watching people in the indies, you get to see them like on TV. You're like, oh my gosh, I watched these guys. I've met them there, you know. So it's definitely exciting for Pittsburgh wrestling for sure. So
it is getting to that point. I think I was looking at another recent graduating class from our school here locally, and I'm just like kind of looking, and I do that with Stronghold every once in a while. I'm just like, okay. You kind of do like your bets of like, okay, which one's going to get somewhere here, you know?
Yeah.
You know, you just kind of put your kind of personal in your brain check mark of like, okay, who can get there, and it's interesting to see how that works out and how many are doing that. So, but anyways, Great American Bash. I think Thea had a great match with Tiffany Stratton. Don't like the ending. I think we can all agree we're not crazy about the ending here. They threw the towel in on her during the submission match.
I kind of get where they're going with it though. I do. She came out in a Rocky. Like her outfit was fantastic. She came out like Rocky. So I when I seen him throw the towel, I just thought of just Rocky instantly. So I think I see where they're going with it.
And she's doing the depression thing. Like, I think it's going to be a good story. Hopefully it comes back. You know, comes back around and everything. So, and we got a comment from Tina. Community support's awesome to see. She's, of course, Tina, no stranger to this, because the Defy wrestling community in Seattle is insane, and you're seeing that across everything too. Seattle's
could say it's insane in the Nick Wayne.
Yes, they're jeez.
Mhm.
But it really like
We're starting off strong with puns.
yes, we are. Yes, we are. We'll chase those people off right away. But absolutely, yeah, but like Seattle's getting its time right now as well. The Pacific Northwest is getting its time as well. So it's very, very cool to see. But anyways, but great show all around. The less great. I'm not crazy about Gabe Steveson. Wait, Stevenson?
Yeah,
Stevenson?
Gable
Steveson.
Oh.
Man, that did not go well.
He is not Kurt Angle by
And the
any
cr-
stretch
and
of the
crowd
imagination.
let him know.
They did, and the
Oh.
thing is, like, that's his first match too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you really put
And
him
it
out
wasn't match-wise wasn't terrible.
No.
Functionally, it was not terrible, but I don't think they're doing him any favors. And I don't know. I don't know if it is a general rejection of his presentation or his background.
It could be both.
It could be a little bit of both. You know,
Could be both.
Because
Because like he's been on TV for a couple years now,
mm-hmm.
and like he hasn't, he's mixed it up a little bit here and there, but putting him up against Baron Corbin, an NXT veteran
mm-hmm.
who, even though he's a heel, is gonna get cheered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like that's just what's gonna happen.
Because everybody loves the comebacks, right? So
Yeah.
like and
And honestly, Corbin, I'm waiting for the Corbin face turn.
Mhm.
I want to see it happen at some point because he's been a heel his entire run. I just want to see him be a face for once and maybe have a chef gimmick.
Chef Corbin, if you
Mhm.
will.
You know,
Yep.
now that I'm thinking about it, why wouldn't they switch the roles? You know, they had Corbin just get cheered, and why not turn Stevenson and then get this gimmick over, and then when he turns heel again, people love him again.
Well, it's
you
not
know?
like Angle
'cause-
wasn't a
'cause-
baby face coming out,
No.
so
Well, Angle thought he was going to be a babyface.
mhm.
Angle assumed that people would cheer him because he's an Olympic hero.
with the broken freaking neck.
But
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, with a broken freaking neck. But Kurt Angle also didn't have shall we call it skeleton in his closet.
For those who don't know,
Or if he did, there was no social media back then, so we didn't know about it.
there's a well publicized accusations of criminal sexual misconduct. Misconduct? Why is this say this?
Misconduct.
Well, this, Google disagrees. Don't worry, it's the AI. So I mean, so that's a little bit on top of things. You know, much like people have a bad taste in their mouth about Riddle as well. But you know, again, things were dismissed, et cetera, et cetera. So you know, think what you will, but that still is a little bit of a taint to his debut there, especially for how they're presenting him as this Olympic hero, and you have this on his record. Like that's there, and I get
There's a disconnect.
there's a disconnect, and I understand hoping the positive vibe presentation overtakes something like that and pushing through is probably the perception of what they're able to accomplish here. And I think I'm curious to see what they do after the reaction that did happen there. I don't think anywhere to be found on NXT tonight.
I
Baron
did not see
was.
him on the show tonight.
So I don't know if there's going to be a cool off or something like that. And it was also weird that they went to a double count out throw out situation too, right?
Yeah,
Great.
Yeah, I don't think
first
that
match.
helped matters.
I don't think it helped at all. You
No,
know.
the crowd was definitely disappointed. They let the people know for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And I can't remember last time NXT crowd had such a rejection of somebody.
I don't remember the last time an NXT Premium Live event had a match with no finish.
Right?
They
Right.
have so
Makes a lot of
they have
sense.
so few matches on the card. If you had another match on the main card and this went to a double count out, you can forgive it.
Mhm.
Like if there's a Heritage Cup match after this that goes along with it, maybe you can forgive it. But there's only 5 matches on the card, and it's sandwiched in between a really good submission match and a really, really good Weapons Wild match.
Mm-hmm.
That's the definition of a cool down match.
So you think they should have placed it different? because I
well, no,
agree.
I think they should have had a finish.
I agree. They should have definitely had a finish. It's definitely weird not to have that finish there. I think where they're going with it is that, neither guy lost. Now this is going to be a whole bragging rights. They're going to keep clashing and banging and
But just have Corbin get DQ'd then.
yeah,
You get the same result.
you do.
You get the same result from it, and Corbin, looks like the frustrated NXT veteran that he's been.
Mm-hmm.
Stevenson gets his first win, and then you can still have a rematch. But the double countout was just
So
soft.
Tina from Seattle says he's also doing the NCAA Championship Olympic training. So the priority is not WWE that is being portrayed. Also, what did Baron say to him? Like, hey, this is this. Maybe you don't belong here.
Mhm.
When the heel says something that now the crowd agrees with, is kind of a problem.
WWE loves doing this thing where heels tell the truth all the time and yet get booed.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the little but again, isn't the best heel the one that you actually kind of agree with but takes it further?
No, the best heel is the one that thinks they're right, but they're not.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's the best heel.
Yes. But he's
That's
the
the
one
best
that
heel.
thinks he's right, but also maybe he's right.
Well, okay.
Whoops.
Yeah. I mean, those are good heels too, but the heel has to think
No,
they're
I'm
right.
just saying that's what's happening here. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm not disagreeing at all.
Yeah, it's oops, all truth telling.
Whoops. Oops. So we'll see what happens there. We'll see how the Grand Gable experiment goes.
If it goes.
If it goes, the Gable train stops here. Shit. I'm so sorry.
By the way, speaking of Gable, I know we're still talking about Great American Bash. Gable versus Gunther from
Yes.
Raw.
Yes.
Oh,
Gosh.
Yes.
Give me a half an hour of that.
I love it started as a 5-minute match. It's like, no way they're giving him 5 minutes. I was like,
But you know what? I was happy with that because Gable survived the 5 minutes.
yes.
That was wonderful.
Very well, and then continued, and we had like a 3-segment match maybe out of
Yep.
this thing. I was like, give Gable his freaking flowers on this one, man. Like, thank you, because that is somebody who has taken the shit and turned it around, and is still over. Survived Shorty G.
Yeah.
I really hope they fired whoever gave him that one.
I'm gonna tell you what though, I've been very interested with Gable and Otis lately. Even
Sure.
when they fought the Viking Raiders.
Yes.
And I looked and I was
fun.
like my brother, he's been out of wrestling and he started watching. He goes, these guys make me want to watch it again. Like
Yep.
they are fantastic. And I'm
Yep.
like, dude, Gable, you don't even know.
Yeah. Well, even
Gable's so good.
I don't think people even know fully what the Viking Raiders can do.
Exactly.
Because like War Machine,
Not main roster. Main
No.
roster doesn't know what they
No,
can
they
do.
have no idea. War Machine were, and you're gonna start putting them in there with those two. Like, and Otis can go pretty good. We could do a lot of fun stuff with Otis, and but man, and we've had some glimmers of that. But I want like remember when the Usos and the New Day would just fucking ball out on matches or at pay-per-views like show after show for a
Yeah.
while there. Like I need and I don't know if Otis and Gable are the ones, but just like they need a Vikings New Day Vikings and they've happened, but it just doesn't seem to have clicked yet, like where they can just go and be the brawling tag team. But I don't know if it's just the way WWE interprets that big guy tag team thing. I think they book them too dominant sometimes. Like I feel like they're getting booked like the what are they called, the Bludgeon Brothers?
Yeah.
When it was Brody and
Red
Eric,
Big, yeah.
whatever their names have been in the past. Were at the time Luke and the other guy Rowan.
Luke and Eric.
Rowan, yeah.
Luke and Eric. Let's go with it. There's an Eric in this one. But again, I think like those guys could go, but they were too busy just squashing people to know or care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, great, you're gonna murder people for 3 months. And
They're
And
they're
that-
like the new authors of Pain or the new
yeah,
Big Brother.
it's like, no, just have baller matches with these guys. And their big guys can go, and they're a threat because they're big guys and they're capable.
Yeah, I think the division is fantastic currently right
Yeah.
now. I haven't seen a really good tag team division since maybe the 90s when, you know, they had the Hardys and Edge and Christian. You had multiple. You didn't know who was going to, you know, I think they need to separate these titles. And that way, like, now we see this champion and these champions, who's going to outbeat who. And maybe, you know, Survivor Series, have another Survivor Series, that who's the best champions, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
But, like, I love this tag division a lot.
Let's have another tag team Survivor Series match where we have 5
Oh my
tag teams on
God.
both sides. I'm sorry, it was the most ridiculous match. It was like the first Survivor Series they did this in like '87, and it's one
It
of
was
my.
like a 10-man tag.
It was one of my, and then they had a women's one too at that
Yep.
time, and it was just, and the women's division was so random. I think Sherry Martel wrestled in that one. It was a bunch of names I didn't know. Your whole research department, I see you pulling it up right now. There you go. This is one of those tapes I used to rent all the time from the video store when I discovered this stuff. But anyways, so Great American Bash. I love WWE is continuing to dig up old pay-per-view names for NXT. We're going to get NXT No Mercy here in September.
Super excited about that. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
Why not, man?
fantastic.
Like-
Or when are we gonna get Bad Blood? You know?
Let's get some Bad Blood. What do you want to? The chat room, Twitter, hit us up, or whatever social Xers.
Okay,
Xers, hit us up. Whatever the fuck it is.
So the
Um,
women didn't have a tag team Survivor Series match. It was just a 5-on-5 Survivor Series match in '87. But it was
Okay.
like a lot.
Yeah, they didn't.
pushed.
No, it wasn't a tag team. But I think the
Yeah,
Jumping Bomb
but
Angels were
it
part
was-
of it.
It was Moolah, the Jumping Bomb Angels, Rockin' Robin, and Velvet McIntyre defeated Dawn Marie, not that one, Donna Christianello, the Glamour Girls, and Sensational Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So yeah, that and the 10-on-10 Survivor Series tag team match. Do you want to guess who the teams were?
Wait, hold on. Let me get my memory berries. I'm sure
87.
87. We're talking Strike Force. We're talking Killer Bees.
hold on,
We're
hold on.
talking
Strike Force, Killer Bees. Okay.
Powers of Pain. Probably also Demolition.
Powers of Pain.
No, what
Ooh.
was Demolition?
You're too. Powers of Demolition is there. You're too early for Powers of Pain.
Really? I thought they were before Demolition. I
No,
could be
you're
wrong.
too early. You're too early for
Too
Powers
early
of Pain.
for
Powers
that.
of Pain.
Who else? British Bulldogs.
Yes.
Okay. How many teams were? Was it like five?
So
five of 10?
Bulldogs, the Killer Bees, and Strike Force, along with 2 other teams, were on one side, and you got Demolition on the other side, on the heel side.
I'm looking it up now. I'm
No,
I'm
don't
done
look
with
it up.
No,
Come
I
on.
just looked. Hard
Come on,
Foundation.
you can do this.
makes
I believe
sense.
in you, Sword.
Oh my God, the Dream Team: Dino Bravo and Greg Valentine.
Yep.
The Islanders: Haku and Tama.
And the Heart Foundation,
The
And,
Bolsheviks.
Bolsheviks.
The
yeah.
Young Stallions of Jim Powers and Paul Roma.
That's
What
why you didn't
the
have Power and Glory.
fuck?
That's why
Wait,
you
did I
didn't
say
have
Power and Glory? Oh, I meant Powers of Pain. Which
Okay, well,
I
they
don't
weren't
think
there
are there either.
That because you have the Islanders, Haku and Tama.
Who did? Somebody pulled a
But you
Powers
also
of
have
Pain move.
the
recently.
fabulous Rujo Brothers, which is my favorite.
Oh,
Howard Finkel
Rujos. I'm
of
sure
all
they're
time.
coming out to
They're
girls
all
in cars.
American
This is
boys.
definitely the girls in cars era.
No, fabulous Rujos.
Yeah?
They're all American boys.
All American boys.
You do all American boys. We're all
Oh, man, I
American
think they cut-
boys.
I think they cut some of those
We're
songs out of the
gonna
videotape
get
I
love for
watched.
you too.
Paul Orndorff with Oliver Humperdinck. Oh my
Mhm.
God, I love
Mhm.
late '80s WWF. It is.
I kind of want to watch this again.
It
now.
is my
Although-
lifeblood.
It's not my favorite Survivor Series.
Oh no, God no.
Well, no. My favorite Survivor Series is, let's see, was the one afterwards? No, it wasn't the one out. It was the 1989 Survivor Series, I believe,
Okay.
where they did the Ultimate Survivor match.
Yes, I love that.
We bring this up all the time. No, it wasn't. All right, it wasn't 89. It was 90 then.
Okay.
Where they do the Ultimate Survivor match, where it's Each side has a heel team. Each side has faces.
Yes.
And then the winners from each side from every Survivor Series match face off in the Ultimate Survivor
It ended up
match.
being Hogan Warrior and Tito Santana against DiBiase, Martel, Warlord, Hercules, and Paul Roma
Yep,
with Virgil and Slick.
absolutely. Because
Jeez.
DiBiase's whole team
Yep,
won,
yep.
except for Taker, who
Yep.
got himself counted out.
Because dead men can't count. So,
Oh no,
anyway.
they can just count to 6 because they know
Oh,
that's
good.
how many feet they have to
Got you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Very narrow narrow skill set there.
It-
Jeez.
It's a tight window.
It is a tight window, exactly.
Although Taker did learn how to count eventually.
Mhm.
He got up to 21 and then he had to start over.
Yes.
Oh,
Damn it.
man. Oh. It's starting to
He's
feel
like,
this.
all right. 1.
Oh,
That was
jeez.
Brock.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, you guys can let us know what your favorite
well-
survivor. Yes.
Great. We have to mention the Weapons Wild match.
Weapons
was
Wild
awesome.
match. Go ahead.
Weapons Wild match was really, really cool. I loved that Roxanne's sister was in the crowd.
Mhm.
Because honestly, I was very mad.
Some of her reactions were pretty great, actually.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That had me invested.
Mhm.
Like, I
Mhm.
don't know if her sister was smartened up or anything.
Mhm.
If she was, she's the most gifted actor of our time. If she wasn't,
for like a 12-year-old.
yeah, if she wasn't, then God, I feel for that little girl.
yeah.
But
Exactly.
it was cinema to
Mhm.
watch that. Like,
Mhm.
because you could tell the reactions was real. Like, maybe that's her first time seeing Roxanne wrestle.
Mhm.
Maybe
I
that's
can't
what it is.
imagine.
But it was,
I can't imagine.
you
But
never
at least
know.
on that level, right? Because they haven't.
Yeah, definitely on that.
They haven't
level.
done a lot of
No.
outside of the performance center
Yeah,
in the last
but,
couple years. So
and also Dragunov and Mello was
Mhm.
obviously awesome.
fantastic,
Obviously awesome.
fantastic. Guys, let us know your favorite Survivor Series, your favorite Great American Bash. What NXT pay-per-view? And I feel like we've done this question in the past before. What old pay-per-view name would you like NXT to bring back? Would you like NXT Fall Brawl? Would you like NXT Wrestle War? Would you like NXT Lethal Lottery? I don't know.
NXT Battle Bowl.
NXT Battle Bowl, NXT Heatwave. I don't know.
Fashion.
NXT Living Dangerously.
You can let us know at that email address. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. And of course, hit us up on all the social media at Mayhem Show on a lot of the Twitter like
Hit us up on that X.
Wrestling Mayhem Show at Mayhem Show or at Wrestling Mayhem Show all over the social medias because they are everywhere. They are threads, they are X's, they are letters, they are not. They're just not. They're just fucking letters now. I don't even know anymore. And of course, thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. You do get a little bit of after talk, including last week, Christopher Noir shit talk for about half an hour. And you can only get that if you are on Patreon, patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Thank you to everybody that does support the show, our friends at the Fan Show level, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Ed Burke, Team Hammerfist, and Bobby F. J. Town at the Poppy Club level. Poppy's coming to Pittsburgh in September, by the way. Poppy Club level, Dave, Prof Pod Podner, spouse of Ruth Julia Fair at ruthjuliafair.com, and Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid. At the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy, The Riz, and brand new Patreon supporter. Thank you to Lance Fisher for joining the club, and also at our manager level, Bradley, who introduced me to the drummer of Bon Journey on Saturday night at McSummerfest.
You talking about my Bradley, the Brad and Tad connection, Bradley?
The Brad and Tad
The
collection.
Brad and Tad connection. That's
Yes.
Yep.
He brought me to his hometown, and Bon Journey was playing. Guess what they cover? Bon Jovi and Journey. Fantastic.
I
And
would have never guessed.
And then the drummer for Bon Jovi, Bon Journey, cuts his hair, cuts Bradley's hair. And Bon Journey is like toured. So
Maybe they should
Wow.
stick to their night job? Question mark?
Bradley would be really screwed though. He wouldn't be getting any haircuts then.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, well, he went on tour. How am I going to get my haircut now? Bon Journey really blew up. So,
It sounds like you're doing the Brad Pitt gimmick from Inglourious Bastards, where he said "Buongiorno."
something like that. You can support all this fine humor at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Tad Jarvis, you got a big week this week. We, of course, 2PW presents Fight Night this Friday night up there in Worthington, PA. You can get your tickets prospectprowrestling.com. They have been packing them in.
Yeah,
it's been standing room only the last couple of shows, right?
We've been sold out in standing rooms only. You know, it's been fantastic lately.
That's incredible. So, what are you involved in here on Friday?
You see, I have a lumberjack match against JJ Rumham. You see, this man hasn't left me alone ever since I got inside this company. You see, but here's the funny thing, Sorg. I don't even know if you know. We actually met outside of 2PW one time.
Okay.
And we bumped into each other wrestling show, and we were cool. And I happened to suffer a shoulder injury, and I actually got checked out, and the docs told me, hey, either you sit this one out and don't wrestle for one show, or you wrestle and have a chance to tear your rotator cuff, and then you're out for how long, and then you don't even know if you're going to recover from it. So, of course, I had to call a good friend of mine, Cowpoke Paul, to take my place, and JJ ever since has had something up his butt to where now he thinks that I insulted him. And it's just been an ongoing fight from here.
This is, and I think I had some segments where you're very you've had some very stone cold moments lately. I remember to the point where I think I put it to stone cold music because he kept running out, just beating people up and then leaving through the crowd. I think you may have even done the head bob at one point, if I recall.
I did. You see, and this is. The reason for that is because Jason Hendricks costed me my match. And then there was situations where then JJ had screwed me over and hit me in the head with the chair. So, I had to cost him, and, it came off a little stone coldish. So
yes. Stone Cold Dad 1 month there at 2PW. So this has been an ongoing thing. This has been 3 or 4 shows at this point, this issue between the two of you, but you're finally going to settle it. It's no, that's another show. It's a lumberjack match. I'm sorry, there's a lot of gimmicks on this show. It's the matches on this show, so I'm trying to keep them straight right now as we're building up to this thing. So you have a lumberjack match, which is going to be very interesting because the crowd's already kind of the lumberjacks from how full it's been in there.
Oh my gosh! And just having all those wrestlers around
on
too,
top of things,
it's going to be crowded.
Very, very tight lately. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. I don't even know where the camera people are going to go at this point. Just watch out for our cords, guys.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
And you see, what is nice about this lumberjack match, thanks to, Papa for doing all this to make sure that this match is staying a lumberjack match. He likes to get his guys out there and try to cheat. And this time, I have my friends on the outside. And, of course, I have some guys that don't like me on the outside either. But there's no escaping. There's no running. There's no excuses from here on out.
There you go. And that's going to be a big one. Part of the Fight Night. It's going to be, you can be there in person in Worthington. Of course, it's a little bit out of Pittsburgh. Or if you're anywhere else, it will be part of IndieWrestling.network. And, of course, Ringside members are going to start streaming to the YouTube as well. So that is going to be live for all that. A lot of stuff going on. So this has to end it. How do you prepare for a lumberjack match, first of all, other than buying ice cream for everybody in advance? I don't know.
You see, that's a good point there, Sorg.
How do you get the lumberjacks on your side? That's the real strategy here, right?
That's the thing is you already know, as good guys, we like each other. We're in the back. We always talk each other. We're always trying to help each other out and have each other's back because that's kind of just what you got. We know guys like JJ who has Bennett Cole, has Jason Hendricks on their side, and what? Now they just formed Lebanon Dawn and them all joined together. So I know those guys have their little cliques in there. So, we try to make sure that we got each other's backs back out there and everything. And, to prepare for a lumberjack match, I don't think you could ever really prepare for one. You just got to make sure that you're on your toes with your opponent. And then you got to wonder, okay, if I do get thrown out, which side am I going to be on, and how am I going to be able to recover? Those guys going to come over and save me. So it's definitely it's something I've been in the ring for like the last 2 weeks, just training by myself and trying to get a few guys that I do have friends, that's going to be some of the lumberjacks, and just trying to get a little game plan going.
So rally everybody at Sheets beforehand.
That's
and,
right. We're all getting hot dogs. Dollar dogs.
Oh, we speak in the indie wrestling language. I see. Excellent. Of course, this is one of the many big things on this show. The headline is going to be John McChesney is going to defend his Top Prospect Championship against Matt Cross, who I don't think I've seen in the Pittsburgh area for a good while. Yeah, and he used to be a mainstay here a couple decades ago, I guess, at this point, right?
It's definitely been some time. So
yes,
I'm telling you, I'm definitely excited for it, though. I've seen John throughout the time that I've been with 2PW, and it's fantastic. So
he's been taking on everybody from HL Supreme, the former Super Hentai Facade,
and J-Rock recently.
J-Rock recently at 2PW too, because J-Rock brings the love.
Give it up one time.
Oh my God! The other big part of this. Let me see if I get this straight. This is going to be a fans bring the weapons, last man standing. Jeez, between Jason Gorey and Jamie Jamison.
Oh man.
I hope they're after you, because knowing what, and also these fans are kind of bloodthirsty, I think. I've seen some stuff.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, we are in Worthington.
I've even had some after me, too. It's crazy.
Yes.
I'd have.
So, I remember fans bring the weapons matches from RWA over the last few years. And I remember running into a guy outside. And this is down in West Newton. It's not out in Worthington, but I don't know, maybe this guy comes here, too. He was very angry because they didn't let him bring a sword in.
Oh.
Yeah. To contribute, but
I understand. But
he was very dejected, and he had a sword.
And if I'm not mistaken, it depends which one. Is it the Bronco McBride against John Roden, or is it the one with...
It's another one that I can't speak of on the show.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about, because I was present for that one too.
Yes,
so.
And even that one had some pretty crazy stuff. So,
oh my Lord.
I don't know. What do you? Actually, I know one thing. I know what Bradley's bringing.
Oh no!
And I don't want to spoil it, but it's gonna be pretty great. And it's not a sword, I can tell you that. But anyways, I don't think we needed to contribute any kendo sticks or anything like that. I need to see if I have anything to contribute to this.
Yeah, I got to take a look to see what I have in
what do we got laying? What's some broken equipment and keyboards we might have lying around the studio here? This might be a good recycle program, actually. So I need to stop.
Sorry, bring your Optimus Prime bucket.
No, I paid way too much for that Optimus Prime popcorn bucket. Thank you very much.
But think of the blood you'd have on it.
Think of the blood I'd have on it. Listen. As I've done a show where I've been covered in blood, I think I'm okay. Are you still with me, Mike?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, that's interesting because Zoom just crashed, so I don't know what's going. So we're gonna fix that.
That's odd.
That is very odd. Oh wow, that is a desktop. Oh,
I'm coming to you from the dead Zoom.
No. Apparently, we somehow I bumped something and we're sharing our screen, and I don't know how to turn it off. Ooh. So, oh no. Anyways, we'll fix this here momentarily. But that is weird. Anyways, you were saying
this match is going to be super exciting, though. You have Jamie Jamison, who goes all out, and then you have Gory, who's also as crazy. So seeing these two laid down with whatever weapons these fans are going to have, I'm telling you, I'm going to be in the back. I don't care if I'm covered in gauze or whatever is going to happen during my match. I'm going to make sure I get a front seat for that. I'm telling you, it's nothing that I'm going to want to miss.
It's going to be a fun one for sure. So go check that out. That's going to be, again, part of Indie Wrestling Network. And if you're on the IndieWrestling.us YouTube page as a ringside member, you will also be getting that stream as well, as long as nobody plays AC/DC to come out to. Because YouTube. Or maybe it's just in Russia. I can't remember. So we call it the Brandon K rule. So if you want to know why Rise never streamed their YouTube, that's why. Anyways, you can see that again. IndieWrestling.us. A lot of great stuff going on over there. Push the escape button, somebody said. Let's see what happens there. I don't know what's going on. Mike, are you with us?
I'm here.
All right, I'm probably going to restart this call, sir. See if we can get you back here. I don't know what there was a Zoom update and I think it messed everything up. So anyways, we'll fix that. But check out IndieWrestling.us. A lot of great stuff. We actually first time we just posted our first no ring show. Because I happened to be present and nobody was shooting it, so I'm like, hey, let's do this. Actually, it's the Brawl After Bingo, part of 880 Wrestling was a part of that. So you can go check that out. That is for free on the YouTube page, as well as over on the network as well. And of course, we've been doing, of course, Thursday night fights has been the free ones, and that's been really fun because there's a lot of guys, and I know you've been seeing them out Rise, like Gianni, Michael Enrico, excuse me, and Brandon St.
Forget that M.
Brandon St. James and guys like that. The what do they call them? The Steel City Killers, I think they're calling the squad these days. But it's really interesting because you can see, like, I think these guys started in January. You can see them progress now over the last several months there, and week to week as far as those shows and everything else that we're doing there. And of course, last week's big 12 match, at least 10 of them are on there. We still got to put the pre-shows up for last week's show, which was, geez, what did they call that show? I can't remember. Oh, it was MT's Big Ass Barbecue too.
Yeah.
So go check all of that out over there, IndieWrestling.us, as well as the back catalog for Rise Wrestling, as well as past and future shows for VCW, 2PW, and RWA. And like I said, we're going to be streaming more and more shows in the near future between especially VCW, 2PW, and maybe we're trying to get the T's crossed and the I's dotted for RWA as well. All part of that at IndieWrestling.network and whatever else may be coming by. So go check all of that stuff out as well. So IndieWrestling.us. So let's talk about championships. Because somebody went full NWO this week on their championship. Tad, did you see Collision by chance? Did you see what it? Did you see what this punk did?
I did see what this punk did, and like exactly what you said. I immediately thought NWO, and I'm like,
how does a company with this many championships now have 2 championships that are not officially recognized by the company?
you see, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was shocked, and I was like, I looked at my cousin at the time, because we were all hanging out. I said, dude, Punk really isn't the real champion. He's like, no, bro. I was like, what the hell is happening currently?
Is this the Mr. Perfect situation? Is that what's happening? No?
No, he's definitely not Mr. Perfect.
Okay, he's not Mr. Perfect, but what was when there was 2 IC belts?
This is
I'm thinking Razor and Shawn.
You're thinking Razor and Shawn.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is the John versus Punk, when Punk retired with the title, and then he came back and he wanted to be champion, and John was champion. They had a fight for who was the real champion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just it's a. I swear to God, if this man TK put half as much, in fact, a third as much effort into making Phillip Brooks happy as he did into his women's division, they'd have the best women's division on TV.
You're not wrong. There could be a little more women's division-y things happening for sure. But yes.
All right, but back to Phil.
Mm-hmm.
This is idiotic. It just is.
Okay. All right.
But so I had a slight epiphany.
Oh no.
While watching the same episode of Collision.
Okay.
so we were talking about the MJF Adam Cole stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And we were talking about how, oh yeah, it's gonna implode eventually, you know.
By the way, it didn't, and to the point where MJF gave free pizza to people at ringside after the show last week. What the fuck is happening? What bizarre world do we live in right now?
Now I'm wondering, because Punk has introduced this other world championship
Mm-hmm.
and is clearly veering toward the heel side,
Mm-hmm.
is this just an actual MJF face turn? It's possible.
They could.
It's possible.
They could do it for an all-out, all-in, you know, and then bring it back around. Sure. Like, he doesn't need to stay face.
No, he doesn't need to. But, like, if there's anyone that could make the entire wrestling population writ large just embrace MJF in his terrible scar of goodness, it is our sweet baby child, Adam Cole.
Yeah,
Adam Cole, who's like the most likable person in wrestling. Like, it might actually just be a long-term MJF face turn.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, here's how I think how it's gonna happen is I think this is gonna, like, he's actually gonna eat into Adam Cole. It's gonna lead up to him trusting Cole, and then Cole's gonna do the heel turn, and he's gonna stay the hot baby.
Cole's the one that turns, you think?
I do. Listen, having Adam Cole heel turn and having a hot baby MJF, I think it would be a fantastic, like, everybody's thinking MJF is gonna do it. And if you get Cole to do it, it's gonna be like a
That's the surprise.
Crap.
That's the surprise.
Exactly.
You know, so
I mean, or we could just keep them both babyface.
to what end, Mike? Then what do they do? What do we do?
To-
Draw the
to
dotted
end-
line to the pay-per-view.
All right, fine. So then MJF decides to give his best friend Adam Cole a championship match because MJF admits that Adam Cole never beat him, and he never beat Adam Cole. And then they have a match, and MJF wins fair and square, and they shake hands afterwards. And then CM Punk and FTR come in, and they beat the shit out of both MJF and Adam Cole. And then you have Adam Cole and Roddy against FTR and MJF against CM Punk.
Is this gonna be for both titles then?
Sure.
That's very confident.
I mean, you might as well.
So then, what do you do with the titles? Do you merge it together, or do you leave it separate?
It
then? Like,
merges.
that's-
Yeah, it merges.
eventually.
I was
Like
gonna
this
say,
this is.
I mean,
I think the obvious point here is
this is just
the
another
title-
way for TK to do an interim championship, and I hate it.
no, but it's reconciling a plot
No, it's
point.
not.
I think it's reconciling a plot
The
point.
man was stripped to the title.
Okay,
Yeah, we
and he disagrees.
he was.
He
stripped.
disagrees with a lot, though.
So here's my thing: does Finn Balor bring out a belt then, since he was stripped of the title, and
See,
tell
this
Seth
is-
Rollins?
What, 7 years ago?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying, like, I
think I did
mean,
away with-
Finn could do the same thing technically, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the first
No, but,
one.
like,
First
if you're
here's the
injured-
old
First
school
universal.
first universal title, the old design from 7 years ago.
Could
We're
you
gonna
imagine
dust
if he-
Hey, but please, and hopefully it's covered in dust. So to really sell this thing, right? So
Dust it
Could
off.
you imagine if he brought out the red licorice
yes,
Universal
yes.
Championship belt?
Then spray
Oh.
paints it purple.
Yeah, spray paint purple with the. Yep.
He ties a purple bandana around it because he's thug now. Shit.
Tina says Grand Slam is coming up too, FYI.
Yes,
And
it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yes, it is. When is that? Is that mid-August or something?
September.
September. Okay, so I mean that's gonna be that's followed after 2 pay-per-views that are coming
Yeah.
up here.
Oh,
So
Okay, one thing. 2 $50 pay-per-views in back-to-back weeks.
are they $50? Is that what
Yo,
we're doing?
yeah, they sure as shit are.
Confirmed?
Yeah,
Okay.
confirmed. That's fucking ridiculous.
All right.
I'll go to
all
Dave
right.
and Buster's.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're just gonna tunnel. I'm gonna tunnel to England for my $20 pay-per-view. It's okay.
That's fine. I'm gonna see if a movie theater is showing it and pay less.
Sometimes Dave and Buster's actually has them. So like, if I know
Mhm.
Dave and Buster's,
I might go to a Dave and
Buster's
Buster's.
has it.
I'll
I might
pay-
go to
I've done
Dave and
that.
Buster's and watch it
I've-
for free.
Might have to try that maybe for all in or something. So
Sorg, we have a Dave and Buster's up by us. Come up.
oh, say so. I'm gonna drive all. Listen, you know it's like the same thing to drive to you as is to Chicago, right? We're all in, out. Fuck, whatever one is. Fuck.
Yeah.
Also, probably the
But
same
Sorg,
amount. Probably
we have better
also.
pizza.
Probably also the same amount of time as a flight to England from
No.
Pittsburgh, because the billboard says we have
Absolutely
directs.
not. Yeah, but it's not 8 hours.
But you're right on the pizza as far as England. I can't imagine they have better pizza, but we are closer to Italy.
Ooh. I would
Italy
love-
doesn't have good pizza.
Oh, I don't
No,
know.
no,
about that.
no, no, it doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
but
real Italians,
Pizza.
real Italians do not like pizza.
Yeah, pizza's
Oh,
actually an
They-
American
they
thing.
see pizza is an American thing.
It's just like if you show Chinese food to the Chinese, they're probably gonna
Yeah,
look
it's
at you
it's like a
funny.
Chinese. It's like
just,
a Chinese person looking at a fortune cookie.
I
going,
couldn't find
"The
Thai
fuck is
food in
this?"
Thailand, guys. I couldn't find. I'm like, what is this? This is a hamburger. What are we doing here?
You know, I think Giovanni's part of the great success, so I'm going to tell him how his Italian pizza is so good, and then he could just try and chase me.
Just Tony D, the Don of NXT. He told me
There
the
you
Italian
go.
pizza is not
There you
too
go.
good.
You know what? Next time you see the Italian strongman, Gianni Michael Enrico, just tell him his pizza sucks. Okay?
Tell him to get sliced on Broadway.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go. There you go. Rico's got us. That's right. There you go. You do this. You do this. I'm going to talk about TacoMania later. But speaking of Italians, I saw Gianni. He's ringside for we had Lawless and Ida Surreal for the Enjoy Championship, and I see him do a motion to somebody at ringside, and I'm like, oh no, this is a family show. It didn't end up being a family show, but I realized he wasn't flipping people off. He was just doing the Italian like finger thing, but assertively like a middle finger. I'm just like,
Well, Sorg, that's
That's-
what it means.
I was like, that's perfect. That's actually so perfect.
Affinafoli.
And I hope he continues doing
Affanculo,
that. Yes. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Pasta fagioli.
Oh my God. Anyways, so much fun. Either way, every time, as soon as I saw him pull it out and I saw him spray paint,
Oh, I knew.
I
as soon
was
as he,
like,
as soon as he came
I
back
can't
to Collision
wait.
and he had the bag, I'm like,
I
oh,
can't
fuck
wait
me.
for Mike on Tuesday. You know what? Every time I am anticipating what happens on Saturday to get your reaction. This is why it's late in the show. Get your reaction on Thursday to have Mike's CM Punk gripe of the week.
At this point, like we're close to all in at this point.
We're a few weeks out.
There's nothing booked.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Is it a problem?
Yes, it's
Ticket
a
sales-
problem.
Ticket sales disagree.
Sorg,
How
Sorg.
long? Wait. When was the first event? When was the first match for SummerSlam booked? Let's do this math. Let's do it.
Like the Raw after the last pay-per-view.
Raw after last pay-per-view, sure.
That's
okay,
a month.
These guys don't have monthly pay-per-views. That is not entirely a month at this point.
Sorg, they have 2 pay-per-views in a row, and nothing is booked for either of them.
Money in the Bank was the 1st of July. SummerSlam is now the 5th of August, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Raws. And let's see, it was Tribal Combat the first one that was booked?
No, Cody Brock.
Cody Brock was booked.
Yeah.
All right, so that probably happened on the 3rd. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks out. We're talking about All In is the 27th.
But Sorg,
1,
Sorg,
2,
they
3,
have
4.
2 pay-per-views
Sure.
in a row.
Sure.
Nothing is booked for any of them.
Sure. Well, let's see what they do
The
with it.
timeline gets moved when you have 2 pay-per-views in a row.
Okay. I'm curious to see how they handle it. And
They're just going to. Tony Khan is just going to smash his action figures together at the last minute. That's all he does.
And you
He's
know
like,
what?
Hey, you know what he did this week on Collision? He reached in the bottom of the bin. He's like, oh, wow, I had a Mercedes Martinez figure. I didn't even know. Smashy, 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 smashy.
Oh man! All right,
It's
I'm
action
noting that.
figure booking, and it sucks. And I'm someone who booked action figures and booked them better.
And you had an E-Fed, and you had an E-Fed with Camarado.
Tina's saying
it's been popping
26
up.
days.
26 days. All right.
26 days.
Let's see what happened. We got Dynamite 200, which would be a big milestone, and I think we'd have some set up.
Sorg, you want to do a 10-bot bet?
Well, first of all I have is a 20 bot.
All right, 20-bot bet.
All right, I have the 20 bot. My
20 bot bet.
Thailand money. I think the king is dead. But is this even valid anymore?
A
It's been a while.
20-bot bet.
It's been about
that
6
on
years.
Dynamite this week,
Okay.
no matches will be booked for All In.
I think there will be matches by Saturday.
All right, I'll take that bet.
I think there will be matches by Saturday.
I'll take that bet.
There'll be a match
20
by
bot bet.
Saturday. We will have a match by Saturday.
Okay.
Okay? There you go.
All right. We'll see.
20 bot bet. I don't know
20
which
bot
side.
bet.
I don't know who this belongs to at this point because it's gone
No,
both
it
ways so many
doesn't.
times. And I've
Someone
never...
needs to go back.
Did
and
I ever
just,
hand
like-
you a physical one of these yet? I had a few.
Oh,
of
I
them.
have one.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I did get
don't
you
know
one
where-
because I know I had
I don't
several
know
of
where the
these.
fuck it is because I've moved.
I
it.
mean, I think this
Oh.
used to be $3. So, I mean...
I've moved. My basement has flooded, so I don't know
Oh,
where it is.
jeez.
But it's somewhere.
It's a wet bot bet.
Yes.
I hope that's not a euphemism for something. Guys, we'll be right back. We're gonna
I
take a
hope
break.
it is.
We're gonna go.
Hashtag wet bot bet, baby.
We're gonna go plug that into Chat GPT and see what comes up. We'll be right back after this.
Family over everything. That's what these guys are about. The Brotherhood, Iron Mike Bonner, and the Hooligan Julian J. Alpha Sigma Sigma making their way to the ring in church. What can I say? It's Brent Oakley, and he's brought a pledge with him. Headlock going up, and Bulldog tonight without his usual partner. Oh!
Thank you, Doc.
And oh my goodness, qualification. Oh, and the advisor RJ, who's Jay in there. Oh, Senton and a beauty.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Oh!
He, like, Oakley's just, oh, wait a minute. He was playing dead there for a minute. Swings around. Pledge, you gotta understand something here. And, oh, wait a minute. Rolls him up, one. Wait, he has the tights. Julian J grabbed the tights. Church, I'm a little confused here. Usually the Brotherhood's like by the book, but we just seen a whole new side. Jackson Argos, the challenger. He likes to be known as the hero that Erie needs.
Look, John McChesney has found a way here in Erie, Pennsylvania to have a career resurgence.
In the ropes. Argos now Big drop kick.
That's what John McChesney can bring like this. But so much of his
Right now, his right hand.
gotta pin him. Wait, Jack's kick.
Oh, Argos the chopper,
out.
and down he goes. Has him up,
Wait a minute.
drops him, has it. Oh, what's going? Oh,
Oh, she was going for that.
Ah, the single leg.
Going for the
Canadian
leg
Maple
grab.
Leaf.
Oh, kick.
Chesney now needs to hit this.
No, George.
God, George, get out of the way.
Brainstorm.
Oh my
Brainstorm.
Try to grab that rubber. No, running power bomb. How you doing? Here goes injured. Big super kick. John McChesney has retained the Revenge World Title.
We are back, Wrestling Mayhem show. Tad Jarvis is with us. What is your moniker these days? Are you still a social media icon or something?
Still the social media icon.
Okay,
yes,
well, we're
sir.
gonna have to change that to like, are you the X icon, or you gotta get the big X on your ass now.
I do. I just thought about
You
that.
have to make it a
They-
flat.
Do you still
you
have a
have to make
bird
it
on
a
your tights?
I
flashing
do. I
strobe light.
still have the bird on my tights.
just put duct tape
duct tape
over
and
it.
big X,
Just
yeah.
X it over that.
Yep.
Please do that for me Friday.
I will.
and then use a running hip attack and call it X marks the spot.
Yeah,
look at that. Yep.
Say you've been deplatformed. Oh, can you do? Oh my God! How do you not have a move called the deplatform?
Yeah.
You've been shadow
It'll be
banned.
so over in Worthington.
Do it to JJ on Saturday.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is.
Yes, like please give me a promo where you're like, I'm gonna deplatform your ass. I'm gonna hit you so hard you're gonna be deplatformed from social media. Lean into this shit.
Of course. It's full on from here on out. So
listen, whenever you do a promo, make sure you just read the social media tech headlines real quick for anything about social media
Of course.
and throw some shit in there.
So-
you don't even have to understand what the fuck they're talking about. Trust me, I don't have the time, and that's all I read other than wrestling news. And just just be like, he's been deplatformed, he's been shadow ban.
Yeah, shadow ban,
What is
yep.
the shadow? What is that
Shadow.
move? What is a shadow ban move, man?
The shadow ban. The shadow ban is a punch, but it comes out of nowhere. It's like a Superman punch.
what if you did a Superman punch from the top rope?
Ah, that could work.
I was thinking like the discus punch kind
Disc-
of thing,
ah,
or elbow,
okay.
like
Yeah.
maybe like the Jericho elbow he does.
Yeah, the discus.
Maybe
Maybe off the rope. And then
Yeah,
hit it.
the
deep platform feels like a sidewall
Sidewalk slam.
always slam,
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, yeah, maybe. Nothing real crazy. Like just like normal fucking moves. Just
Yeah.
or you could have a move called the Thread Dead Redemption.
I just want to.
Oh.
I just want to hear Doc and Tony just be like,
Oh my-
shadow ban now. I guess we're calling this.
Oh, Tony be like, come on, I'm not even calling it this now.
Especially since Tony does social media for his day job.
Tony hates me with a passion.
I
I'm
Or just do
It's-
like a Baldo bomb and call it the TikTok drop.
TikTok drop.
Oh my God, this is great. I'm crying. All right, SummerSlam. Maybe I'll be crying this weekend. I want to be in attendance. I got tickets for SummerSlam after I'm done with 2PW. I'm getting up the next morning, heading to Detroit, baby, because I practically live there anyways with work. So why the hell not? I'm going to visit and have some fun. And SummerSlam is going down Ford Field. First time I think they've been there since WrestleMania 23, maybe.
Yep. Yes. sir.
Damn.
Been a minute.
It's been a minute. And I remember, didn't John Cena drive a car out? They were
He
there
sure
last.
did.
Yeah, like through glass or something.
American Muscle.
Yes.
And now
so-
he's in a Fast and Furious movie.
yeah. Full circle.
So
Also-
my
go ahead.
question real quick, since it's been that long, do you think like since Pittsburgh did that whole thing, do you think it's going to be a while before Pittsburgh gets another other than
Pittsburgh,
payback? I mean,
Listen, we
like,
got
a bigger-
payback.
a bigger.
No, let's just get through payback before we
and-
ask that question
Okay,
again.
because-
Because I don't trust
I don't
this
think we're
fucking
getting-
Because I
town.
would love to see like Heinz Field, or I'm not calling it.
Do
again.
they serve Fago at Ford Field?
That's
I
a
mean-
good question.
I mean,
I wouldn't know, Sorg. I've never been to Detroit.
well, I've never been to Ford Field before, so I've been to.
They,
I've been to
they
Detroit a
might
lot.
serve Eminem's mom's spaghetti. That's a real brand.
Yes.
He has a store.
He had his
He
own
has a
burger
store
joint
out in
too.
L.A. called. He has a store out in L.A. called Mom's Spaghetti.
Is there a White Castle in the arena? Is it? Do we go full in for this thing, or I don't? Anyways, I will learn. It's like I've never been to Detroit before. Anyways.
Well, you've never been to Ford Field before.
I have never. I've seen Ford Field from the luxurious penthouse event center that we broadcast an event from a year ago. But other than that, no. So no, very interested. I'm looking forward to this. I've never been to a SummerSlam before. I've been to a Rumble, a Mania.
Well, Sorg. All right, now I'm looking at the Ford Field website.
Yes.
They have a
Oh,
special.
The research.
They have a
department.
specialty cocktail for SummerSlam
Oh.
called the Wrasslin' Peach Whiskey.
Ooh, whiskey.
It's a delicious blend of whiskey, peach puree, and Sprite with a peach ring garnish.
That I kind of like it. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
sounds good.
I'm,
Are you a peach
I
guy?
am a peach guy.
That's
I love.
That's what we learned about Tad this week. He's a peach guy. Jeez. Okay.
Okay. Wow, Sorg. They have a lot of options that I have not heard of.
Okay.
Let's see. I see Uncle Joe's chicken fingers. What section are you in?
Well,
I can tell you what's
like
closest.
203, I think.
203.
Let's
All right,
say. I don't know. I have to pull up my.
it looks like a lot of the food is in the 100s.
I'm in like.
There's a Bud Light
100?
party zone at the Detroit Grill House in section 239.
Jeez.
Ooh, a grill house.
Hold on.
There's a Sorg, you should go here. The Crack and Sizzle in section 214. It's hibachi, sushi, and kebabs.
Why don't we have one of those inside of like PPG Paints Arena or whatever Heinz Field is officially called?
It's
Acrisure.
not like this is a new stadium either,
True.
right? It's
Let
at
Let me
least
see
a
what they
20-year-old.
sell.
like keep
I
Burgatory.
want to see
but-
what they sell.
Keep Burgatory, but like take out one of the like generic like food places where you get your nachos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Oh no! Now I can't sign into my Ticketmaster. Oh no! Oh, what is
no.
happening now?
You should get that sorted out.
Oh,
Sorg.
no, we couldn't find your account with that email. Oh, is it my business? Maybe it's my business email. We put wrestling under business because
There's a
Research and development.
Kroger. There's a Kroger cooler there. Sorg.
oh what?
I don't know, but wow, there's a lot. And it looks like it's mostly on the 100 level. So you're gonna have to go down to go back up.
See, I'm actually super intrigued now. I'm gonna have to like go to like Detroit Stadium to watch a Cowboys game if they play, and like figure out what I'm gonna eat. You know, this entire time.
I knew I liked you, Dad.
You a Cowboys fan?
Oh, there
Cowboys,
we go.
baby.
There you go. That's
Cowboys, baby.
That's what I'm
You
talking
you guys
about.
are friends for life.
That's
now.
it.
Hell yeah.
Man. I say
Yeah, see-
Jerry World was an experience though.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm still so.
I
pissed you with
I
the Jerry
am
World
section
microphone.
107.
Okay.
So, what are my food options? Tell me. This
Well,
is such interesting podcasting, by the way.
No
this is the
more
real
Absolutely.
SummerSlam preview right here.
That's it.
What am I eating on Saturday night?
What section again, Sword?
107.
107. All right. Let's take a look. 107. You have Ben's Pretzels in section 105.
Okay.
You have Rob's Big Boy in section 108. I assume that's like
Jeez.
burgers.
Yeah. Well,
There's the Coppercraft Distillery in section 106.
Okay.
No
No Little Caesars. They
no
love that
Little
up there.
Caesars.
They love that up there.
There's the Grobel's Gourmet Deli in section 105.
Okay.
Lefty's Famous Cheesesteaks, Hoagies, and Grill in section
Hold on.
103.
I'm going to Michigan Online Gambling's website for all I need to know about SummerSlam at Ford Field.
Oh boy.
What is happening here?
You have the Turf Tavern in section 105.
You can still get tickets
Yeah.
for as low as $120, by the way.
You have Pretzel Hastings featuring Ben's Pretzels. Oh, Ben's Pretzels. Okay, so Ben's Pretzels is listed twice here. Get it together, Ford Field.
Come on, Ford Field!
Get it together.
Come on!
God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Come on, Ford Field. Yeah.
Oh, and they also have healthy options.
Oh, good!
There we go.
There you go.
Now we're
That's
talking
it.
my language.
They have
Yeah,
sandwiches. guacamole, hummus and pretzels, kind bars, and
There you
salads.
go. I did lose. I did like gain like 10 pounds WrestleMania weekend, and that was working like 5.
They have a
10
vegan
shows or something.
hibachi bowl, Sorg. There
I'm
you
in!
go.
Oh, there it is.
What the hell?
Hibachi.
Hibachi, yes. And, if you hibachi it enough, maybe we'll have fun. It's weird. So
SummerSlam.
we have tribal combat,
I'll run down the card.
tribal hibachi combat.
Tribal hibachi combat.
Jeez,
All
there's
right,
a lot
so-
of
so we
matches.
got- Yeah, there's 8 matches, Sorg. You're gonna have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got Adrenaline in My Soul. Brock Lesnar fights Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 apparently, which I can't believe this isn't a gimmick match.
And also, the women's match was labeled as as a co-main event in the commercial tonight.
Sorg, they're all listed co-main.
Okay.
They're
I think
all
the top
co-main
4.
events.
I think I have 4 main events on this list.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think Becky Lynch is upset that she's not on this card. But
Oh, they didn't make. Wait, she's not on there.
No, they pulled
No.
it.
What?
Yeah, they
they
pulled
pulled
that
it.
match.
The fuck?
yeah, I wonder if Trish's nose is legitimately broken,
Maybe.
Oh, I literally
And-
think so.
and like the recovery time is longer than they thought it would be.
Jeez,
It's the only thing I can think of.
that's sad.
Yeah, she did a video where she went and like was tearing out her T-shirts out of the where they
Oh,
were
yeah.
selling them and stuff, and yeah, she was mad.
Holy shit.
Whenever that match does happen, a bare main event Raw though.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll push it till Payback here in Pittsburgh.
I doubt it.
and guess what? I can't go. I'm booked.
Oh no. Oh no.
I had tickets and somebody's trying to book me for the next day, not in Pittsburgh, and I'm just like, and I'm like, I can't. I got tickets to Payback, and they're like, the Mel Gibson movie. I'm like, no, the fucking pay-per-view.
Give me back my son.
Mike, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk into there and just drop Payback movie lines.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what you should be doing. That's what everyone should
Can
be
I
doing.
just get a T-shirt of the cover of the Mel Gibson movie? just like, what's guys? This is not what I thought I was. I thought the tickets were expensive. I thought this was like a revival thing. I didn't know.
No, they're in AEW.
This is not the poster I was thinking about, but that's actually really I don't think I could wear it.
That's daunting. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I
do
wouldn't
that.
wear Mel Gibson pointing a gun at people to the arena
You get there.
in 2023.
You get there. Wait, Mel Gibson's not here. Oh.
You're gonna hit
Well,
me
fuck
from the
this
corner.
shit.
You're gonna hit me from the corner arena. Where's Mel Gibson?
Has anyone found Mel Gibson's son? He's looking for him.
How old is that kid? This movie was in '99.
Why doesn't he have a cell phone?
Seriously.
Everybody has a cell phone nowadays.
God, Chris, every picture from this is Mel Gibson pointing a gun at me. What
Yep.
the fuck?
That's intriguing.
Oh, you
Sorg,
know what?
Sorg.
I'm thinking
Sorg,
ransom.
remember that he's the good guy.
I'm thinking ransom.
Hmm.
That's it.
No, but Payback, I'm pretty sure he
What
also
if I
says,
get a
"Give me back
ransom
my
shirt
son."
instead? I'm just really confused.
No, just everyone you're probably wear shirts for different Mel Gibson movies because you're representing.
You wear Payback, Missy wears something else, and it's just like down the line.
Missy wears like Braveheart
Braveheart.
Yeah.
Yes. 'Cause then
or
it goes
Maverick.
back. Braveheart goes back to WrestleMania 21.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Yes, it
So,
does.
The first time
this-
WrestleMania went
this
Hollywood.
This is the image I had in my head.
Yeah, no, that's
For
ransom.
ransom.
That's ransom.
No.
Yeah.
Why does he keep losing his kid? Shit.
But I'm
Get
pretty
together,
sure "Give Me
Mel.
Back My Son" is from. Oh no, it's from Ransom. Damn it!
Hey, wait a minute.
I thought it was from Payback, so we both had the wrong movie.
Just remember, Liam Neeson has did the same thing.
I know. I know. What if I just wear Liam Neeson taking shirt?
Just show up as Qui-Gon Jinn.
I wear a taken.
Just show up as Qui-Gon Jinn.
Like what? This is on brand, right?
Just show up as fucking Qui-Gon and just say hello there. even
Hello
though that's not his catchphrase.
No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Oh fuck.
If anyone asks you why you're dressed like Qui-Gon Jinn, say, "Well, you see, we played a game of telephone, and boy did I lose." First of all, someone told me Payback. I had a Mel Gibson movie in mind. It was the wrong Mel Gibson movie. Then we were pointing out that the plot of the wrong Mel Gibson movie is something that Liam Neeson did. And the buddy was like, "Why don't you dress as Liam Neeson from Star Wars?" And I realized he's Qui-Gon Jinn. And then I say, "Hello there, people." I'm like, that's not the right character because Qui-Gon didn't have a fucking catchphrase.
It's not even close to the plot either. I'm reading it on Wikipedia. I don't even know what this movie is.
You on Wikipedia?
Well, it's kind of everywhere, so
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
whatever
say, it's
Google's
definitely-
spitting out. I got two AIs yelling at me. I got this.
I love it.
Yeah, it's broken. Anyways, there's a couple women's matches on this show
Let's go back to the card.
that
So
don't
we
have
got-
anything to do with Mel
We
Gibson.
got Seth Franklin Rollins versus Finn Balor.
Yes.
Here's my question about that match now.
Yes.
Do you think this is where it gets cashed in, even if Finn wins it?
Could be.
You
We
think
got
this
I don't think
two.
so.
We have two cash-in opportunities during this show. You
We
realize?
do.
Sure do.
You know, and both.
I hope EO cashes in on Seth Rollins.
Yes. Yes.
I would love that
And I
shit.
hope Priest cashes in
hell,
on
fuck that.
Asuka.
I hope EO cashes in on Gunther.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
It'll be the
I'm
whole
here
China thing
for
all
it.
over again. That would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
Hey, Rhea Ripley's tossing dudes through tables these days,
I'm
so
telling
it
you.
doesn't even
and
matter
EO
anymore.
EO Sky has beaten Pentagon, so
Yeah, this
see?
is true. Yeah.
every time I talk about EO, I have to bring up the
Yep,
episode of
yep.
Lucha Underground where she fought Pentagon.
God.
Oh, so good.
There's never been a wrestling show that's so infinitely rewatchable as Lucha Underground 2.
Yeah.
Like
So good.
other than Wrestling Society X,
Which we did do a rewatch.
which we
on.
did do a rewatch of. So, anyways,
By the way, I want CM Punk to call himself the X Division champion. Anyway, moving back to the card, we have Asuka, the women's champion, versus Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair, and that should be a banger.
Here's my thing. You might call me a hater. I'm tired of seeing Sasha and Bianca. I think Asuka deserves this long title.
Well,
reign.
Sasha's no longer with the
I
company.
mean, not Sasha, but Bianca. Sorry. See, I don't. I'm just a
That's
very
fine.
biased. Like I'm just so used to seeing these people as champions all the time, and
Yeah,
Asuka had
yeah.
a very short title reign there, and then she lost it, and then now Asuka's finally champion again. Keep her heel. Like
she's
I
had
would-
it for a bit now.
now
too.
she has. Yeah, now. But
Oh, I want
Keep
Asuka versus Io as the next.
yes, that's what I want.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
Have
see,
her cash in
That's
that
where the
night.
money is.
they keep interacting. It's got there's
That's
got to be
that's
some
the
stuff there.
WrestleMania match I'm calling
Because
it.
Charlotte and Bianca doesn't need a belt,
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
especially if Bianca is joining Bobby Lashley's suit business or whatever.
Yeah, I'm actually intrigued by that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually super.
I'm waiting for Bobby to go. This is the last suit you will ever wear.
With the Street Profits, that's. I mean, hey, she's with her man. Then have the Street
Yeah,
Profits. with
exactly.
her?
And
That would be
plus-
fantastic.
You know,
Plus,
they became like an anti-Judgment Day. I mean,
Yeah.
it
It's
lines
almost
up.
like factions with men and women in them work a lot
What?
better.
What?
Even on NXT, we got the schism. We have Chase U.
Mm-hmm.
It works. We have the metaphor.
You had the creeds. By the way, the creeds.
Yeah, Diamond Mine.
By the
absolutely.
way, the creeds on the beach tonight was fucking hilarious. I don't know if you watched NXT yet, Mike.
Julius Creed is going to be a world champion someday.
This sold the hell out of me on the creeds tonight. By
Julius
the way, as characters.
Creed is Shelton Benjamin in Randy Orton's body. Like, it's ridiculous. Because every time I watch the Creeds, I'm more and more impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Brutus is great too, but Julius Creed, if a certain person stays in charge and gets one look at Julius Creed, he's gonna be like, God damn, why aren't we pushing this guy? Anyway, back to the card. We have tribal combat. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. And tribal combat, I'm pretty sure, means no rules. So
yes, and
should be interesting.
I don't know, tiki torches or something.
Well, let's hope not.
You know what I think is
that-
gonna happen?
I like wrestling with tiki torches.
Sorg?
No,
No,
I'm not into that.
Tiki torches aren't really great.
we're not
in
going to have an
2023.
island set up or something like that.
Nope.
Or
No.
That's where
No.
Paul Heyman's gonna be sitting as
I
he
don't know.
watches the
Listen,
Tribal Chief.
I don't. All I know about Samoa, I learned from Young Rock. Okay, so actually, most of that's Hawaii, isn't it?
That's Hawaii.
Never mind. Now I'm really confused.
Sorg, this is a payback ransom thing all over.
It absolutely is. I can't keep my island straight. I'm screwed.
So do you think this is where they finally end it, or do you think they're gonna carry on a little more? Like, do you think they're gonna finally bring in like Rikishi or The Rock to add into
I
it?
would love it for
Well, I think if The Rock shows up, he doesn't interact with Roman at all.
It's a
I think he
it's a
interacts
Gable
with
thing,
someone
right?
different.
Maybe.
Yeah, Grayson Waller, he can be in the Grayson Waller thing, and then they
Yeah,
keep teasing, they
'cause-
keep talking back and forth. Maybe like even like after the match or after the show, they can meet backstage and just like meet eye to eye, and tease it a little bit.
Well, I mean, no, because I would prefer if the Rock didn't acknowledge Roman at all.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I'm liking that a lot more.
Yeah. Because honestly, his schedule's wide open.
You got a little lighter all of a sudden.
His schedule's
so-
wide open.
Listen.
He don't even have the XFL to worry about right now.
No,
Let me tell you
no.
something. I am already sold on Mania, and I'm telling you, if The Rock's there, I will cry like a little baby. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, that's it. I can call my wrestling career done then. I seen The Rock. I'm happy. I'm done.
Wow.
But I've loved this story, and I even like now Solo's out of it. It's like, here we go. Finally, we get the Jay and Roman match we've been wanting.
I'd love to see Rikishi come down to the ring with Jay.
That would be really.
That's because I think that's the one missing element.
Considering when I saw Rikishi in LA a couple years ago at his promotion at Knox Wrestling, they sell a Bloodline T-shirt.
Ooh,
that includes the rest of them.
that's.
It is.
Does that shirt go all the way around to the back?
But no,
Has to, right?
but it involves like it has Rikishi in it, and everybody there, all the Samoans that are there. One of them's now a 6-man tag team champion in Ring of Honor, by the way. Now, they were all the Bloodline.
Wow.
They were calling themselves the extended, which is Rikishi. Yes, makes sense. Father of most of the storyline. So I just thought that was kind of interesting that they were doing their own knockoff Bloodline shirt over there. So no, I thought it would make sense. He's been he's been alluded to but never brought in. And I don't know.
He could be one of the elders.
Yeah, he is one of the elders. He's definitely one of the elders.
Yeah,
And only if
Sam.
you
Well,
also
the last time they had the elders, it was Alpha and Seek.
And I'm sad because it's going to be only WWF, old Samoans.
Yep.
So I'm not going to see the Black Pearl, the
It'd be cool to
pirate
see
Samoan.
Samu in there.
He's the other trainer at Rikishi's
Okay.
school. So, and he's part of the bloodline too.
They're all part of the bloodline.
Of course.
Yes.
So my other question would be: do you think that they're going to do like the whole Samoan the ritual before he fights? How he used to.
Oh,
come
yeah,
out
I
when he
think
does
Like
the
the
chant.
Usos used to do the dance.
Yes.
I think that'd be great.
The Haka,
and-
that'd be great.
Him and Kishi do it. Can you imagine Kishi doing it too? Oh, I would pop. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'd love that. That'd be great.
So I'm really curious because you also know there's no stage, right? For
Yes.
this, it's a corner entrance, like they just did at Money in the Bank. So I curious any presentation like that is gonna go. I mean, they can still do it, but but I'm curious how it would go over. Like they don't have a giant WrestleMania stage for this or anything like that. I think they're more interested in packing more people in. So makes sense. You took away about 5,000 seats with that set.
Oh,
so
yeah.
but I think it's very smart of them to do that way. So it makes it feel bigger, to be quite honest. So.
Even if you don't do it at the stage, you get right up to the ring and do it in front of Roman.
Yeah, I think you do it in
Little
do it in the thing.
intimidation thing.
Yep. Listen, I mean, and again, it was Rikishi's promotion where I saw the greatest independent wrestling entrance of all time, where it was about a 10-minute Mexican Aztec tribal dance, and followed by like a Mexican hat dance situation.
Oh.
I know there's technical terms and I'm not aware of this, and I apologize, but it was tremendous. And I didn't know who the wrestler was going to be because I thought the Aztec dudes were going to, one of these guys going to come in and fight this guy? I don't know what's going on right now. None of them. None of them. It was El Presidente that came out. I'm just like, what the fuck is happening right now? Wow. We talked about back then. There's a video of the entire thing that Dutters shot, and then my reactions. So, LA wrestling is wild, you guys. So, anyways,
All right. We got Ricochet versus Logan Paul.
Okay, that is going to be fun.
Yes.
They're gonna do Flippy Doos.
Flippy doos.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Ricochet's definitely winning after the segment on Monday.
Hope so.
Has to be. Gunther versus Drew McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good. I don't know who wins that one.
Mm-mm.
I'd love to see Drew win, but Gunther's really close to
Keep this
eclipsing
rolling.
Honky Tonk
Keep
Man.
this rolling with Gunther. Have a crazy match. He ekes it out. Not even a cheat. He just ekes it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Gunther win this. I don't see McIntyre. Mm-mm.
And then your
And,
favorite match.
Oh, no. This will be my favorite match, Sorg. You know why? Because this is the rumored swan song of one Ronda Rousey in an MMA rules match because reasons.
How about those promos on Monday between those two? That was something.
It certainly was.
That was heavy. The Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
Like,
Shayna's great. Ronda's terrible.
Shayna's sold the shit out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shayna's promos leading up to this has been very well lately. With Ronda, I don't get anything from her. I'm like, okay, yeah, I get
Ronda-
it. UFC, I get it. I get it.
I've
Ronda.
said it before. I'll say it again. Ronda's gotten progressively worse at every aspect of this job. since she-
I hate to say it, but it's actually really true. I
Yeah.
watch her match and like I literally go back down to my phone and start trash talking.
She cares less as she
whoever.
goes.
Yeah.
Oh,
really
she
does.
cares a lot less than
Yeah,
she does.
yeah.
Especially now that Dana White is supposedly backing up the money truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just-
definitely hear. After I forget who retired. Now that she retires, now she wants to jump back.
Yeah. Now,
It's like,
now their
okay,
kryptonite's
I
gone.
get it. Yep. So
But Dana White's
then-
like, oh, I need a draw. And
And
CM
then-
Punk is busy.
The real main event, the SummerSlam Battle Royal presented by Slim Jim.
The SummerSlam Battle Royal, aka we need LA Knight to get a fucking win on this card so people don't kill us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although
yes.
if LA Knight becomes the new spokesman for Slim Jim,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not mad at it.
I would.
I'm not mad at it.
No, I would definitely love.
I
to
would if
see
he just declares himself directly after or
Let
on
me snap
SmackDown.
into ya.
Yeah. Did you see the video I was going around, I think last week, of LA Knight on an old Triple H workout video? Like he's
Sure
just
did.
like, all right, let's go. He's like, yeah, let's go. Like it's just
Are
because he
you ready?
kept piping up in the
Yeah.
background. Yeah. And it's before Impact NWA and everything because he was at the Performance Center and he was like, oh right, it's amazing, but again, I mean, if you watch the Cody Rhodes thing, like sometimes we always say the sometimes with the NXT, like they're not done yet. They still need to cook a little longer, right? And this excursion, look at Drew McIntyre, look at Cody, look at how many other people were let go and came back. Sasha and Trinity can completely come back giant, even bigger stars to
Please.
WWE.
Please don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, which
Please,
one?
please don't.
What?
No,
I'm I'm just not a fan of either of them. I hate. Here's my.
Oh,
I
how
had my.
dare you.
I know. Here's my feelings though. You're getting paid money, and you were told to lose, and you walk out, and you're the champions. I get it. I get it. I think there was other things in there between too.
I think there was.
I
more
guess there
to
was
it.
more to it,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
They were also told to have one pin the other, and they're the tag champions.
I get it.
That
But
was
you're-
the thing?
If you're paying me,
Yes.
I thought it was
The
a
finish-
whole.
the-
I
The
thought
finish
they.
was one of them pinning the other. I forget who it was.
so you both.
I think it
still
was
win.
Naomi pinning Sasha.
So then I could create a feud or something. I,
There-
you know, I,
and
No,
they're-
but that's so. At least from what I've been able to glean from the whole situation is, they were promised to be given a real shot at rebuilding the women's tag team division.
I see. Still,
then-
you don't walk out.
And then, I
You
mean,
leave everybody else stranded.
I-
It's like, okay.
have you seen the Cody Rhodes documentary?
I have not.
No,
I'm
no,
actually going to watch it tonight.
You should wa-
Two
you should watch
hours
the
and it
Co-
released yesterday. And we are all
You
very
should watch
busy.
the
Mike.
Cody Rhodes documentary and then see what you think about.
I definitely will. I'll
'Cause-
definitely have to jump back sometime after I watch this documentary and give you more. of
Okay,
an
no
opinion about it.
spoilers. Can we spoil a documentary? We kind of know how the story ends.
Oh, you definitely.
Oh, man.
That's actually what I learned. We'll get to that later.
All right, we'll get to that in a little bit. Oh, Shane Taylor and Christopher Daniels on Honor Club this week. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Shane's been doing awesome. He's been doing real good on there. So, oh hey, give a shout out to our friends at Slice on Broadway, who were incidentally part of TacoMania because it kind of happened around them this weekend. 5, 6, I don't know how many locations in the greater Pittsburgh area at this point. New York City style yins are made. Help feed us and our guests here, so we don't have to worry. So we remember to eat here on Tuesday nights. Thank you to our friends supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza for over a decade. SliceOnBroadway.com for more information. Check them out if you are in the Pittsburgh area. Gunther is at 3 for the longest reign right now. Yeah, they had a graphic out the other day, and I realized they have to get past SummerSlam to get to the next one, which isn't too far. I think it's about 10 days out. So, guys, it's time to find out what we learned in wrestling this week, and not to completely, paraphrase things we've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks, going back to Zeke several weeks ago. Indie wrestling is alive and well in Pittsburgh, and had a big. I got to attend wrestling this week. It was just fucking great. TacoMania was this weekend. Brews of the Berg, great. They do a lot of great events like the Carry Blast Furnace events that I've heard about and everything. They did an event down at Southside Works that I just mentioned with Slice on Broadway. It was a taco fest. It was a beer fest, so you'll pay your money. You got some samples and enjoy wrestling. Had some wrestling in the middle of the street. It was fantastic. They had a couple of wrestling blocks. They had Either Surreal there. They had a big battle royal. They had MV Young and Kaplan, who's a badass from AIW. Ziggy and Ziggy Hyman and Derek Dillinger defending the Enjoy Tag Championships against the Runway in I forget what, I don't know if it was a fashionista. It was something street fight. Oh, it was a Tijuana street fight, which I yelled. We're nowhere near Tijuana. There was a gay Christmas tree.
Do you have a photo of the gay Christmas tree?
There's video of it on Katie's Twitter.
Okay.
Or X or whatever the fuck. So I just get mad every time I have to fuck it up. There's let me see if I can pull it up here while I'm talking. It was so much fun. They said that there was about 2,000 people out there in the streets watching the wrestling. I didn't I was really curious, but I was pretty much up against, and I just saw a sea of people around the ring everywhere I looked. And I've been to Millville days with KSWA. I've seen these street fairs before. I've never seen people are here for the wrestling. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And it was the center of it. And you had, it kind of extended out 4 ways from there. A block each way for the most part, with all the tables and everything like that. But the food trucks and everything like that. But so good. I'm getting hungry thinking about it. It was such good stuff down there. The beers are great. Enjoy Wrestling has their own beer with it. I didn't get to get their beer, but I know it's at Mindful Brewing, which is not too far from here. So I'm going to stop by and get a 6-pack for the studio here at some point. So, and I do have some video of the gay Christmas tree for you here. So, and suplexing Ziggy on the gay, because it was just I'm like, is that a Christmas tree? And then it landed in front of us, and I saw the lights on it. So it's just very vertical though, and rainbow. So happy gay Christmas in July, I suppose. So
that's very actually creative. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they just had it. But anyways, no, a lot of fun. Gringo Loco was there, took on Mikey Montgomery, our friend from Top Rope Tabletop. Had a fantastic match there. And like I said, MV and Kaplan just tore stuff up. I'm really concerned because all of the barricades said Pittsburgh Public Works on them. And then some of them are very bendy now. So I'm just like, I hope they got them at auction or something, as somebody kind of guessed. So we'll see. But it was just very cool. Like, here's a great image that Katie grabbed of Edith Surreal with the Enjoy belt in front of the building in the Southside Works. It was a tremendous scene. Went from this to again. I went to check out the Brawl After Bingo at Spirit Lodge, which is the no ring show that 880 does, and it was just like I remember like later I'm just like it felt like a weird dream that I'm in the middle of a street in a camping chair eating tacos, drinking beer, watching wrestling. It was so strange. I don't know if it was the heat stroke or what. But it was a blast. I really hope there's more of this. I know Enjoy's doing something here on a hill over from us. They're calling it the Hilltop County Fair. They're working with some groups that we used to work with a lot when I used to do Work Hard Pittsburgh actually right next to where we live streamed in living color for a free concert in a parking lot up there. Wow. So they're doing some cool community stuff, and they're calling it the Hilltop County Fair. It's here. It's in Pittsburgh. There's no Hilltop County. It's Allegheny County. It's a theme, and they're calling it a human demolition derby. So I am not sure. I'm still waiting on word if I'm working that way, and if not, I'm going to be up at that damn fair because it's 5 minutes from here. Joy's doing great stuff. I love it. The crew's down there. Been talking with Scotty down there and stuff a lot. So I really appreciate what's going on with those guys. So TacoMania. I understand the matches will be part of Enjoy's Patreon. So go check that out if you're interested in that. Definitely worthwhile. Definitely some great matches, some great action there. And wait a minute. I need to grab. I think I was telling you about this before the show. Beastman made a new friend.
Oh,
That's always a terrifying
He
thought.
made a new friend. See, there's this guy that was down there. You ever seen one of those guys on stilts?
I saw this.
Juggling and stuff. Well,
I saw this on Katie's Instagram. I said she finally found someone at a wrestling show
hold
who
on.
was taller than her.
I got to swing by all the beer bashes. So we go back to the beginning of this. Beastman comes out to take on Dan Champion and then waves over the stilts guy. It is the damnest thing through the streets of Pittsburgh and the South Side. You know, of course, this is the guy that was yelling husk at buses that one time in the South Side in the middle of the streets at night, which, you know, we're lucky we didn't get fucking shot. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wait. Get to the point where he's going to, like, try to get into the ring in a second here. And so, yeah. So, that is the damnest. He's got a funnel on his head, too, which I think Beastman drank out of at the end of the match. Anyways, but you can go to their Patreon, go enjoy, support Enjoy Wrestling. They do some great stuff over there. Their beers over at Mindful Brewing if you're in the Pittsburgh area. Inquire if they'll deliver if you're out of town, and support these guys. They're over on Remix with our friends at Defy, which I think is related to Tina's What She Learned This Week. Kelly Clarkson, no, maybe not. Kelly Clarkson, LA Knight, amazing. Check out the TikTok on the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page, and Yay Women's Wrestling stat card, and also Vert Vixen versus Maki Ito was a great main event Friday night at Defy at their first ever women's match. I'm very sad my trip got canceled out for Seattle this past weekend, and I did not get to meet Maki Ito. Mike, the dream, the simping will come. Is that phrasing? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's phrasing.
Okay.
But the simping always comes.
Yes.
Show title?
Tad, what would you learn from wrestling for this week?
I learned that, NXT, I mean, not NXT, but AEW likes to add extra belts when it's not needed.
Lots of belts.
Lots of belts. How many do they have altogether now,
I
including this one?
Including, if you want to count Ring of Honor, are we counting Ring of Honor on this one?
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to count Ring of Honor because they're defended on their show.
Yes,
that's true. Yeah,
and then New Japan ones show up every once in a while.
Yep, and AAA.
I witnessed
Impact.
I witnessed Impact Wrestling Championship change hands in front of me in Pittsburgh. So that was my favorite one because Chachi's sitting next to me and just like, no freaking way that he's dropping the belt to Christian tonight, right?
Mhm.
And then
Drop.
it happens. And he was like, fuck me. So, yeah, they got a lot of belts. There's definitely a lot going on there. But it all leads to great matches
And yet,
with some
not
stakes.
a
So
single
I'm
one
down with
for
it.
Miro.
No,
Not a
it's-
single one. Miro is stuck feuding with QTV.
Got to bring him back for something there. So
No, you
at least he's not a
Just what-
gamer now.
just release him. I'd rather it be a gaming belt.
You see, they don't want to release him because they don't want him going back to WWE.
Yes,
Mhm.
You
which
know?
which means, guess what? Tony Khan's just as bad as the other guys. Well,
Here's-
in certain aspects.
That's how I feel with Keith Lee. I don't feel like Keith Lee is getting the best
Oh.
potential that he's
No,
should get,
no.
and
No,
let
not
him
even
come-
close.
So let him.
They
come
can't
back
even
in.
give Keith Lee a match with Swerve.
No,
Mm-mm.
and it's.
They can give Swerve a match with everyone else
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
except Keith Lee.
Now Nick Wayne's there. It's over.
Mhm.
It's really over.
Yeah.
So, Mike, what'd you learn from wrestling and/or documentaries this week?
I learned that when you do a documentary and you think it's going to have one ending, and it doesn't have that ending,
What?
Oh.
the end of the documentary can feel a little flat.
Oh no.
Can feel a little flat. Yeah. Yeah.
Would you watch the documentary again?
Yes, it was a very good documentary.
Yeah, very well done.
It was a very, very good documentary.
I'll watch the last
Absolutely.
20 minutes when I'm done here.
Yeah.
I need to finish the story.
So does he. That's what they talk about. No, but it's a very good documentary. I cried at 1:30 in the morning watching the documentary when he was talking about Dusty, and
Mhm.
a lot of really cool Dusty
Very
stories,
heavy.
a lot of really cool Dusty pictures.
Yeah.
I cried when he was talking about being a father because I'm about to be one. So yeah, very, very good, very well done. Cody is extremely well spoken. They show parts of him giving his dad's eulogy,
Mhm.
which did
Mhm.
not expect, and true.
Which apparently
Content warning for anyone that might get emotional from that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
But it's a very, very good documentary.
Thanks, Cody, for playing with my emotions.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's almost like we should have finished the fucking story. but someone had to have 1,000 days. I guess.
I do like where this story's going with Cody right now. It's like, now he's starting to be like his dad. He can't get the main title. He's
Yeah,
not
right.
getting the main title.
Mhm.
And he's gonna do everything he can. And when he gets it, it's gonna not only be emotional for him, but
I
like his
think
family,
it's an if
us.
at this point, but I think it's an if at this point, but
I think they'll actually do it. I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean,
I see why they wouldn't.
well, I do, but
Roman's got to get to 2,000 days.
well, yeah, but now you got which one would you say is the main? Do you think the world heavyweight, or do you think it would be the WWE Championship?
Heavyweight.
Because here's the thing.
World heavyweight's not a main. Rhea Ripley's title means more than that.
True, but I love the new design a lot more. I mean, the gold's cool, but I like that new title a lot more.
Mhm.
I think what they should have done with when Roman hit 1,000 days is he should have got a custom championship,
I agree.
and instead of the WWE logo in the middle with all gold, it should have been the 2 R's.
Yeah, that would.
That's what it should have been.
That would have been fantastic. Because Miz
That's
did
what
it with his title. He made it an M instead of with the WWE logo.
And it was perfect.
It was.
When Miz turned that spinner upside down and held it there,
Mm-hmm.
my mind exploded because it's the simplest goddamn thing to do,
Exactly.
but it worked like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because like Edge got a custom title.
Yep, the rated R title.
Edge got a custom rated R spinner.
Yep.
Like if we had just replaced the Diamond WWE logo with the Diamond Roman Reigns logo in the center and WWE on the side,
Yep.
that is the encapsulation of Roman's reign. And then you have then it's almost like Kofi Mania again, where you want to get the granola title away from Daniel Bryan.
On that note, Tad, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate it for sure.
Check it out this weekend, this Friday night, 2PW's Fight Night. Get tickets at prospectprowrestling.com and, of course, streaming over at indiewrestling.network and indiewrestling.us YouTube page.
Watch me finally show up JJ Romham for the last time.
There you go. And where can people find you on social media?
Oh, at Real Tad Jarvis on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Of course, TikTok. You can never forget that TikTok.
That's right. That's right. I'm at Sorgatron on the Twitter. He's Mad Mike 4883 on
the X.
Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much.
That's how I have to say it now.
Patreon, keep an eye out for the after talk. Who knows what we'll talk shit on?
I saw Barbie.
Oh, I seen it too.
Oh,
I've seen it too.
I heard the greatest term for Barbie that I'll tell you on Patreon because I'm not saying it here. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.